Jesus Freak here. Now, regarding that Jesus Freak bit, I know there's a lot of people, even non-Christians, they're going to hear the name Jesus Freak and they're going to think of dcTalk. Honestly, I didn't even know dcTalk had a song called Jesus Freak. Song, because that's a bunch of unlistenable noise if you ask me. Until one of my friends over on IRC mentioned that was what came to mind when I mentioned that my handle on YouTube was Friendly Neighborhood Jesus Freak. See, I never listened to dcTalk. So it's like, oh, one of the guys from dcTalk got caught slipping roofies, or he was making out with guys or whatever. dcTalk just has never been on my radar. I was thinking of, the Jesus Freaks, the term used derisively and reclaimed by some evangelical Christians in the early 1970s. That's what I had in mind when I opted to use the handle. It's got nothing to do with dcTalk or Michael Tate or any of that stuff. As it happens, I know I happen to be a very different person from most of my audience. The closest I really ever got, other than osmosis, as a kid to listening to CCM would be, any acts that crossed over to the top 40. Amy Grant, Jars of Clay, stuff like that. I didn't listen to CCM. When I did hear it on the radio, on someone else's radio, I'm like, ew, what's this mumbo jumbo? And we didn't do that stuff in church either. I don't have any of my own current hymnal here, but I do have a few hymnals here, and they're generally the old-fashioned hymns type, like this type. And you want my opinion, that kind of stuff, even some of the to put it mildly, more inferior early proto-CCM stuff, like, Old Rugged Cross or How Great Thou Art, are miles above that kind of mumbo jumbo. I'm like, I'll go into a church that uses worship choruses. I'm like, what is this? Give me Watts and Wesley. You watch my videos on Sunday mornings, you hear the music I use in those. Now that's what I call Christian music. So it's like, I've never heard Newsboys. I've heard dcTalk, and I think they're crap, honestly. Bunch of unlistenable noise. I'm the generation would have grown up listening to dcTalk. Like I said, the closest I really get to CCM is like Amy Grant. Tell me Amy Grant's CCM. Anyway, figured I'd get it off my chest because I know there were people complaining about the fact that I use Jesus Freak in my handle. And it used to be because some people thought, Jesus Freak, freak. But now I'm getting flack because of Michael Tate. I assure you, there's no connection between my use of the term Jesus Freak and the dcTalk song. Anyway, since this is Independence Day in the U.S. as I'm uploading this, I might as well sign off with a bit of a, say, God bless the USA, but I'm like, why should I single out any particular country? God bless it, that's the whole world. It's like God bless New York, same thing, Oh, why single out a certain state? But God bless all his people. Jesus freak out.